If you haven't already, maybe give the channel a little like, a little subscribe maybe. I would very, very much appreciate it. I got about 145 subscribers now, and that is awesome. So if you've subscribed already, thank you so much. And if you haven't, why not? Just click the little button down there. It's, you won't regret it. Well, a few weeks ago, millions of Trump supporters, sorry. Okay, so a couple of weeks ago, hundreds of thousands of MAGA fans. No, wait, that's not right. Okay, tens of thousands of Trumpers descended on DC. No, okay, no. Sorry. Okay, a few thousand people, descended upon DC to stop the steal and protest the results of the 2020 election, and it was become known as the Million Maga March, or what I've decided to call it, the Million Moron March.
It's a fraud. It's been stolen.
Yes. This president needs us, the silent majority. We need to wake up.
And they did wake up. And it worked so good with, Trump and his legal team winning one lawsuit. They were like, we're doing.
The courts do not decide who the next president of the United States of America will be. We the people decide.
Do you still believe he won?
Absolutely. No doubt.
This time it looked like their turnout was in the hundreds. And despite how ridiculous all this works, how all this looks, it's kind of working. Here's some polling on the election and the election results and how people felt about it, like right after the election on Biden was announced the winner on November 8th. A poll from Reuters found that about 52% of Republicans believe that Trump actually won the election. Overall, Americans, by about 3/4, 73% believe that Biden won the election, while 5% said Trump did. So that's overall Americans. That's how overall Americans felt about it. And again, that polling was done about right after the election, and now there's some new polling that's been done just a couple days ago. And in this poll, they found that 95% of Democrats think Joe Biden won because he did. But on the other side, if you could see this here, overall, when you look at Republicans, they think that 72% of them think that the election was not fair and Trump won, which is a 20% jump since November. Overall, about 61% of people have faith in the 2020 election and 34% don't, which is a big shift from just 5% in November. Now, we all just found out that with the 2020 election and the 2016 election, that polling ain't perfect. But I never actually thought that this stop the steal crap about, overturning the election. I figured it was never going to actually work to overturn the election, but it seemed like the goal was to undermine the results, and that seems to be working real well.
Yeah, I think it's working as intended.
That's the scary thing about social media, man. You get a hashtag behind a cause, and then it's gonna actually spread like wildfire more than you want it to.
Yep, absolutely. And it's just crazy that there's no evidence, there's no concrete, examples of election fraud. There's maybe a couple votes here and there, but that's stuff that happens in every election, and people just keep believing this, and that's kind of scary going forward.
I mean, you just can't change some people's minds. It's like I said with the alien conspiracies, some people are going to believe it no matter what. I once, back in college when the pink slime thing came out, I had to sit there and listen to about 8 speeches pro pink slime. We'd be oppressing companies by, forcing them to let people know pink slime, not telling them they couldn't go ahead and keep putting pink slime in meat, but it would just be oppressing these companies if they had to tell people about it. So if you could get people that worked up over literal slime, this isn't, this is just how people are.
I have had pink slime the best though. I might give me some pink slime after the show. Go ahead at McDonald's or something like that. Hopefully that don't get me in trouble. But
this latest, like you said, the million, definitely an operative word there. More like there are tens of us. But this last one, we saw a lot of violence. Several people were stabbed, quite a few people injured, dozens of arrests, and we were seeing that they had the anti-Trump protesters, corralled by police, while pro-Trump groups like the Proud Boys, a white supremacist group, were allowed to kind of just roam the streets with impunity. And that's not something you want to see. I mean, that's the Mussolini kind of stuff, where a sectarian group is just allowed to kind of operate, even despite political violence.
Yep. Yeah, I saw a picture of, I guess, the Proud Boys founder just, walking into the White House. He did a nice little photo op, which, hey, like Trump said, stand back and stand by. And I guess now we know what they were standing by for.
Well, and that one, the bizarre, I mean, sorry to me cut you off, but, so much stuff this past 4 years has been utterly bizarre. The White House has come out and said that the Proud Boys guy, that he wasn't there for a photo op. He was there on one of the Christmas tours, and that they didn't invite him, that he was just a random guy taking pictures. And I don't know. Could be true, could be not true. Each possibility I feel like is equally likely at this point.
I mean, yeah, who knows? There's not a whole lot of truth going on around there. And, I don't know if people haven't been to the White House before, but you can't just walk up. It's not how it works.
I'm actually surprised half of those MAGA supporters made it there when they were left stranded on those airfields. Just very surprising to me.
Yeah, absolutely. It's one of those things. I'm like, yeah, I mean, if you're set into fake news, I mean, didn't everything become fake? I mean, if they're like, all right, if they're like, okay, the march starts at 2, does it really start at 2? Is time real? Is time fake now? Is that fake news? And scientists all under their time. So it's surprising that there were really that many people there to begin with.
Yeah, seriously, no. It's silly to me to have to lie about a crowd size just to make your group seem larger at an event, just to add more, I guess, realness to it. I don't understand it, and I just think if they had a message, it's taking away from whatever their message was.
Yeah, for real. And it's one of those things where I'm sure the women out there weren't that surprised when Trump, lied that something was bigger than it actually was. I'm sure, got a little bit of a track record there. But the big question is, is this Stop the Steal movement, is that actually, is it, are people believing this? Is this helping to make this more credible?
Well, I actually think people are believing it, unfortunately. Like I mentioned on the other topic, it's just with social media now, and a lot of the stories out there, not knowing whether it's true or false, and what you're fed inside your online bubble. It's I think you're either moving further to the right or further to the left, and it's honestly a scary thing when it comes to two groups going against each other and not seeing eye to eye or even reaching any common ground. At some point, we have to be bipartisan.
Yeah, that's definitely the hope. That's the goal. What do you say, Kelly?
Yeah, I mean, it's how do you reach across to some of these people who are, so utterly unwilling to make any kind of compromise? And then on the other side of things, I mean, you do have to compromise. That's the only way stuff gets done. So we're definitely, we're in it for a while. This state of affairs is not going away anytime soon.
Yep, unfortunately. Yeah, and for anyone who thought, okay, we're getting rid of Trump, we can move on. No. Probably not, unfortunately.
Hey, what's going on, everyone? Thank you so much for watching Citizen Pete. I really appreciate it. If you haven't already, click that little subscribe button, maybe the like button, and hey, maybe just leave a comment. You know, I want to know what you're thinking. What do you think about all the politics, the news, and all the stuff that's going on in our country?